Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I'm happy to be here with you. I took like 3 days off of work, and it felt anytime I don't do readings, I feel very strange. I feel very unfulfilled. It's almost like my energy doesn't have anywhere to go. It's weird. So I was feeling kind of, I know it's the holiday season, but I was really missing all of you. This morning I was talking to my sister and I was like, I need to go do a reading. I miss my people. For me, I feel called to do these readings. So anytime that I take time off, it does feel strange because sometimes I feel like there's messages that I'm supposed to be sharing. It's really strange. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. That was my long-winded way of telling you that I missed you. So let's do a reading, my friends, and we'll see what's happening here. I kind of feel called to cut the deck right away and not even look at the bottom. I'm not sure why. Maybe I should look at the bottom. That is so strange. It says the past, looking back, history, old days, and I have to tell you what that felt like. It's very rare that I don't feel called to look at the bottom of the deck, and there was this energy where I don't know if I want to look back there. Like, I don't know if I want to look at the bottom. So I laughed when I saw the card because it says the past, something in your past. So maybe you're someone who, doesn't want to look at the past, or maybe you're trying to release someone. It was a really strange feeling. Like, I didn't want to look at the bottom of the deck. And, again, I'm laughing because what's on the bottom of the deck is looking back at the past. So let's see what happens here. I am feeling called to recut the deck. We have wish come true, praying, yearning, manifesting. So for some of you, it could be that there's a wish from your past that you're trying to let go. Like maybe there's some sort of wish fulfillment with a certain person where maybe, you're tired of holding on to the past. It could be that, a wish that you had for a connection in the past is finally about to come true. I don't want to say too much until we get into it. I will apologize in advance if you can hear my children. They're playing, a new game that they got for Christmas and they're being very loud. So I'm just going to apologize in advance for that. We have non-action. Very interesting. Silence, sloth, quiet, hush. So this could be a connection that there hasn't been any movement, and that's why I think when I picked up the deck and I didn't want to look at the bottom, it's almost like maybe you're afraid that whatever you were hoping for in the past or whatever you were hoping for with this past person where there's been no action is never going to come true, I just have to say something. Like, I've been seeing some comments in my comment section about, being delusional when you're holding onto the 5D. And I just want to tell you guys not to let, for those of you who believe in your journey and believe in the magic and believe in all of this, don't let those comments deter you from your journey. That's what they're meant to. They're meant to deter you. They're meant to deter you. So just don't pay attention to them. So we have Air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Interesting. So wishes come true, possibly from a situation where there's been no action, no movement, no validation in the 3D. We have watching, green, eyes could be symbolic. Eyes for you, fascinated, focused on you. Someone from your past watching you, someone who hasn't been taking action towards you, watching you. I almost said washing you. Like maybe you have memories of showering together. I don't know where that came from. But I have to mention it when I hear it. That could be a confirmation, like memories of washing each other. Like, I know that sounds strange, but I have to say it. I'm like blushing right now. And I want to mention, because this is the first time I have this out, this was a gift from my sister to me, and I really was excited to put it in my setup. It's not crystal, but it's sea glass. So I thought, since it's the first time I'm using it, I just had a vision of me dropping this and it smashing everywhere, so I'm going to put it down. Um, sometimes when I have visions like that, they come true, so I'm immediately putting it down. But sea glass could be symbolic, or memories with sea glass. Anyway, I just wanted to mention it because it came to mind. We have partying, drugs, toxic friends, caught up. So you could be dealing with someone who was living, you know, a bachelor, bachelorette, bachelor person at lifestyle. Someone, you know, could have had addictions. Maybe they enjoyed partying. There could have been toxic things here, toxic behaviors. And it looks like this person was caught up in it, caught up in that low vibrational energy, you know? Kind of like how I was telling you, don't get caught up in it. You know, again, I don't believe I say anything by accident. And I brought up, don't get caught up in that low vibrational energy. Don't get caught up in other people's negativity telling you that you're delusional, or that, you know, especially if you're a counterpart, that the counterpart journey isn't real. You're meant to be tested on your path of belief, whatever you believe in. And there's going to be people who try and push you off your path of belief. And ultimately, it's you that needs to stay committed to your path of belief and healing, if that makes any sense. And anyway, I'm just hearing, because I brought it up, not to get caught up in that. I feel like maybe you were dealing with someone who was caught up in, not in that, but caught up in like maybe a partying lifestyle, caught up in lower vibrational energy is what I'm hearing. Negative energy. We have the past, looking back, history, old days. So, you know, this could be someone that you were constantly looking back on, manifesting, wishing that they would change, wishing they would reach out. And maybe now the tables have turned, you know, because you have someone watching you, someone from your past, possibly an air sign, take it as it resonates. You know, it's possible that when you took your attention off of looking back at them, it caused them to start looking back at you. This is, you know, giving me Six of Cups energy. I'm going to do one more shuffle. You know, I have my own style of reading, and part of it is shuffling. I get a lot of energy from the shuffle portion. We have fake, pretending, living beyond means, reality. So this could have been someone who, is, you know, putting on a show. Maybe what I mean by that is they could be putting up some sort of facade. Like they could be posting things on social media looking like they're really happy. There could have been, you know, outside opinions of this connection where they felt like they had to hide from it or hide it from other people. This could have been someone who, because they were in lower vibrational energy, maybe they have always been more drawn to surface level connections that aren't very deep, that don't get deep emotionally. Take it as it resonates. I just heard for some of you, I don't know, I just heard someone say, I'm not a fake person. Like, I can't pretend to be something I'm not. And I feel like I was hearing one of you say that. So there could be something about that. I'm not quite sure what that is. Maybe this person wanted you to be different, or maybe they wanted you to go out partying with them. And I just keep hearing, I'm not a fake person. I'm not going to pretend to be something I'm not. And I feel like that's you. And I feel like your person could be someone who does pretend to be someone they're not, if that makes sense. Anyway, weird message coming through. We have ghosted, blocked, lost, fragmented. So what I was saying about this person is they could be more drawn to surface level fake connections because they don't have to go deep. They don't have to open up. They don't have to open up emotionally, and you could be dealing with someone that as soon as they feel that emotional attachment, they ghost. So this person definitely could have ghosted you. For some of you, maybe you ghosted them. Maybe you could no longer fake that you were happy or something like that. I don't know. All right, so we have frustrated, blocked, trapped, locked up, and we have keeping notes, typing, deleting, journaling. So what I'm seeing is I'm more so getting, I want to talk about you first. You could be someone who is frustrated with the fact that there's been no action, no movement, no validation in the 3D. But I'm more so getting this card. When it says blocked, you know, it feels like there is something energetically blocked between you and this person. And it could be because they needed to ascend. Maybe they needed to grow and heal. Maybe you needed to grow and heal. But, you know, if it's energetically blocked, I don't know why I'm hearing all this, but I'm hearing things like he's just not that into you. If they wanted to, they would. I'm hearing like very logical thoughts coming through. And I'm not, that's like programmed logical thinking. You know, if they wanted to, they would. I'm seeing the word blocked here, and I'm feeling an energetic block. And when something's energetically blocked, you know, even if that person wants to, something stops them, you know? Again, that mentality, if they wanted to, they would, is, you know, very logical, very programmed thinking, because there's a lot going on energetically that we can't see or understand, especially for those of us on like a spiritual journey, especially counterparts. If there is something blocking this connection, it's for your highest good. So you could be very frustrated because nothing is happening. But let's get over to your person, because I'm feeling your person's energy here. There could be something stopping them from coming towards you. They could be blocked in some way, whether that's by you, like maybe you've blocked them. I keep hearing energetic blockage. So it's like, it doesn't matter what your logical brain wants to do when there's an energetic blockage. You cannot get through that energetic blockage, especially if the universe is protecting you in some way. Like, let's say this person is trapped in low vibrational energy, in that toxic energy. The universe, your guides, whatever you believe in, is not going to allow this person near you to hurt you if they haven't ascended. And there could be something keeping this person trapped. I'm seeing the Devil card. So I'm seeing like chains around this person. So it could be that, you know, maybe your person was already in a connection. No judgment for me. I'm not here to judge you. And I'll say it again, you shouldn't be judging yourself. Where was I going with that? They could have been trapped by addictions. They could have been trapped in negative patterns, negative mindsets, limited thinking, like just that. I keep hearing like negative thinking, limited beliefs is what I keep hearing. So I'm not sure if that's coming from you or them, but like being stuck in a negative mindset will energetically stop someone from reaching out to you, even if they want to talk to you. That's what I mean about that. Well, if they wanted to, they would. Well, what if they're sitting in lower vibrational energy, negative mindsets, feeling like they don't deserve you, or feeling like you would just tell them to F off? Like, that energetically stops someone, you know what I mean? And again, I'm not saying it's your fault that there's an energetic blockage here. it's coming from within this person. But that's where that logic of, well, if they wanted to, they would, kind of goes out the window. You know, I myself, as someone on a healing spiritual journey, I've had moments where there's someone I really want to talk to, like really want to talk to, but something stops me because I don't know what to say to them, or I don't know how to communicate with them, or I don't know how to be vulnerable with them. And that stops me from actually, you know, communicating. Anyway, take it as it resonates. Jeez. I'm like really ranty right away. That's not a good sign. That means it's going to be a long one. Grab a drink or a cookie. Let's get into it. So I forgot to mention oh, look at that. Wow. So that is crazy because I just went on that rant about ascension and about how this person would have been blocked if they weren't ascending. They would have been blocked from communicating with you. That again, that means like if they were thinking about talking to you and they went to pick up their phone, a little voice inside of them would have said, now is not the time. And they put their phone back down. And that's not a bunch of BS. I'm talking energy. I'm talking spiritual shit here. Anyway, underneath frustrated, I forgot to mention it. I did read it. We had keeping notes and we had typing, deleting. And actually what I just said about how this person like goes to try and communicate with you and something stops them. So they stop writing. They don't send the message. They put their phone down. They put their phone down and then they keep returning to it. And again, something inside of them tells them not to send it yet. Something inside of them stops them. Whether that is their higher self because their higher self knows they're not ready, or it's their fear and ego and limited thinking, something is energetically blocking them. And that is my point about the energetic blockage, where that logic of, well, if they wanted to, they would. Well, life isn't that simple. Like life is complicated. Energy is complicated. It's not that cut and dry. It's not that black and white. Anyway, geez, calm down, Kelly. So we have needing more here. So we went from blocked, frustrated, trapped. And I was saying, once this person starts ascending, that energy starts shifting, those blockages start to clear. And here we have spiritual awakening, ascension, higher self. And we have needing more. So it's getting to the point where thinking of you and typing and deleting and not sending messages, it's no longer it's no longer satisfying them. Like just thinking about you, just watching you online, it's no longer enough. There's this energy of wanting to come towards you, wanting more, wanting to hit send, you know? And again, they're being guided by their higher self. So if they haven't hit send, it's because their higher self is in charge, is what I'm hearing. But anyway, and you know, it could have been, I also remember that fake card and how I thought I heard some of you in that card. And it could have been that you and this person, when you were together, you could have been elevating at different speeds. And what happens is you can outgrow connections. You can energetically outgrow connections. And it could have been that, again, this is going to be a long one. I just have to tell you everything I'm hearing. As you ascended, and if they were still in that lower vibrational energy, it could have been hard for you to relate with that person. Like maybe you could no longer relate with them. Maybe you did feel like you were outgrowing them. It also could have been that you were giving, I've never heard this with this card, but you could have been giving more to this person than they were giving to this connection. And maybe, you know, your higher self let you know this. Maybe your higher self, you know, slowly guided you to stop overgiving to this connection. Take it as it resonates. I heard it, so I had to say it. Anyway, as this person grows and evolves and ascends and kind of follows you energetically, they're not aware of any of this, by the way. It does cause them to want more from you, to want to connect with you. I'm seeing the card like how, where, when, like how can we meet? When can we meet? So it feels like this person is wanting to plan something, but let's keep going. My kids are being loud. I apologize. So this just came off the top, running, avoiding, can't handle emotions, which I said this could have been someone who as soon as they felt vulnerable, they could have ran. Again, that's a sign of codependency as well. All right, so let's keep going. So you could have needed more from this person, and they could have been more interested in partying. They could have been more interested in going out with their friends, in, you know, living that kind of partying lifestyle. And again, you could have needed more from them, and maybe they weren't able to give it to you. Interesting. We have disregarding, throwaway, trash on the bottom. I hate that card. It makes me think of discarding. It makes me think of, I'm not saying your person is a narcissist. And again, it's overused. It's overdiagnosed by people who can't diagnose it. But there's, you know, this person could have, you could have felt like this person threw away their chance with you, threw away this relationship. You know, they could have discarded you, which means, you know, what that looks like is you could have said to this person, oh, you know, I don't feel like you're giving me enough. I feel like you're spending all of your time partying and drinking. I feel like you have some, you know, maybe negative patterns. And what happens is, you know, you trigger this person's wounding, you trigger their ego. And instead of saying, oh, you know what? I have been spending a lot of time partying. I do have things I could work on. Instead of doing that, they immediately get defensive and they throw you away. They discard you. They say, you know, I'm hearing like, I hate it. I'm hearing narcissistic discard, which is basically where you see through. Again, I'm not saying your person is a narcissist, but years ago I went through that thing that everybody else did where I thought everybody else was a narcissist. So I know a lot about it. But it's when you see through the veil of the narcissist, and once they know they can't get one over on you anymore, that you see through them, that you see, you know, that they do have negative traits and you see their shadows, they discard you. They're like, well, I don't want you anyway, or I'm going to go find someone new, or they, you know, they throw away the relationship. And, you know, it could be because you were triggering this person's unhealed wounds. And clearly we had runners. So clearly this person, instead of healing and dealing with their wounding, they just ran from you and, you know, threw this connection away. Anyway, let's keep going. Protection from harm. What did I say? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. What did I say? It's not as simple as if they wanted to, they would. Because if this person is in an energy where they're still going to hurt you, then you were being protected, you know? And Archangel Michael it's protection from harm, but it's also, it's divine intervention. It's divine protection. So it's possible that we see the justice here, the scales, whatever. So it's possible that this person, I did see, oh, I just got chills. I did see the karma card underneath. What card was it that I can't even remember, but I saw the karma card. So it could be that whatever this person did to you was done onto them. It could be that you were being protected from this person until they learned karmic lessons. And again, this is a thing. Energetically, this is a thing. And that's why those limited beliefs don't work around here. Anyway, so you were being protected, and it says listening, and that's exactly the energy I was getting. Like this person, you know, going to reach out to you, and then they hear a little whisper, now is not the right time. Like, now is not the time, not yet. Something, a higher power was stopping them because you were being protected from this person. And, you know, if this person discarded you or threw you away or blocked you or ran from you, rejection is protection. You know, you were being protected from their lower vibrational self. And I was seeing you ascending faster than this person. So, you know, and that's not your fault that you're amazing. But I mean, you could have been ascending faster than this person. And, you know, maybe they needed some time to catch up. But if this person hasn't been contacting you, there is a reason, you know, and again, it's for your own protection. And we have mirrored souls here, and especially with counterparts, you know, the divine feminine, and I'm not talking about gender, ascends more quickly than the masculine. And that's why there is that separation. There's always separation. There's always separation. As far as I know. Ding dong, my doorbell just rang. That could be a sign. But especially with mirrored souls, with divine counterparts. Oh my gosh, that divine, my dogs. It's funny because of this protection from harm and listening. And the fact, like I said, when this person thought about coming towards you, something stopped them, and you can hear the chaos in my house right now. Anyway, we have twin flames, the one reconnect, and with counterparts, divine feminines, I know, are heavily protected, especially if you are on the journey, if you're surrendering to the journey, if you're healing, you are protected. And what happens is when you're with your counterpart falls under that cloak of protection. And what happens when there's divine intervention and the two of you are split apart is that your, you know, divine masculine is no longer protected by that cloak of protection. I'm saying protection way too many times. They're no longer protected by your energy anymore. And what happens is those karmic lessons, those tower moments start to happen to them. Some of them even make the connection, like not a lot of them, but some of them eventually make the connection. Oh, when I'm not talking to you, my life goes to poop. Like everything starts to go wrong. It feels like the universe is against me. Some of them actually do make that connection. I don't know if you're, like if you're dealing with a counterpart, I don't know if they've made that connection yet. Or if they've had that epiphany yet, like, wait a minute, I'm noticing a pattern here. When I'm not with that person, everything seems like it sucks. Anyway, let's keep going. So we do have mirrored souls. So this person could have, you know, you could resonate with counterparts. And again, there could have been some sort of karmic justice that they needed to experience, especially if they did something to you. We have sad, like maybe they made you really sad. Maybe they did something that broke your heart. They would have gotten a karmic lesson, you know, teaching them that. We have sad, broken, lonely, crushed, depressed. And on the bottom, we have offer. So you could be feeling sad because this offer hasn't come in yet. It could be that this person, you know, thinks about coming towards you with an offer, and then they're so down on themselves, negative thinking, limited thinking, that it stops them from making this offer. Yeah, we have them looking for you online. Watching you is heavy here. For some of you, maybe they don't know, like this won't be for all of you, but maybe, you know, you have blocked them and they're looking for another way to contact you. This is actually good that they're in this sad energy because it shows remorse. It shows accountability, even if they're not taking accountability yet. In some, like if they're feeling remorseful and sad, it shows that they're no longer in that like hyped up ego. They're sitting in their emotions, if that makes sense. You know, again, for some reason, I feel like that's a good thing, that this person is feeling sad, because it shows them kind of going into that Five of Cups energy where they're starting to feel the loss. It's starting to sink in. And if you're dealing with a runner or an avoidant, and those types of people are very often labeled as narcissists, it takes them a longer amount of time to hit that energy of feeling sad. Like they can go longer than someone who's not an avoidant, if that makes sense. Anyway, so let's keep going. We have proof. That is weird, because I kept saying proof and validation in the 3D. Like maybe you haven't had this proof and validation in the 3D. We have frustrated. I actually said you could be frustrated because you haven't had any proof or validation of this in the 3D. That's interesting. And we have keeping notes. Hang on. All right. So it feels to me like you're going to have evidence that this person has been trapped in some way, that something was keeping them stuck from communicating with you. And, you know, if you look at this card, someone's keeping notes about how to communicate with you, how to come towards you. Very interesting. Again, it feels like you're going to have proof of this. Yeah. And we have pause. So you're about to have proof that this pause in this connection happened for a reason, that something was keeping this person stuck that goes beyond. If they wanted to, they would. And we have divine timing, timing factors, trust your angels. So you're about to, I feel like you're about to have, and I'm getting chills as I'm saying this, that you're about to have proof that this separation, this pause, this however long it's been, this period of non-action was for a reason. I wouldn't be surprised if when this person communicates with you, you know, you start hearing that, yeah, they did experience tower moments, or things were going wrong in their life. Or I could even see this, someone coming back and saying, like, what I did to you, someone did that to me, and now I see how wrong it was of me to do that to you. Real estate could be symbolic. We have the Souled card. We have water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So we're just going to get a few more. We have mirrored souls. Underneath, insatiable thoughts of you, needing more. So it's like when your counterparts, when your mirrored souls, that's actually reminding me of, I don't know if you guys make this connection as well, but oftentimes I talk about the distorted masculine, and how, I should say the divine masculine, and how the divine masculine always needs to return to the feminine for that hit of energy. Once you come together, those magnets, the divine masculine always has to return to the pool of divine feminine energy. And I just think it's interesting that we have this needing more, and then twin flames, the one reconnect. So this person is feeling the need to return to your energy, the need to come towards you. On the bottom, we have gamble, take a chance, growth, risk, why not? So it feels to me like it's possible this person has done enough growth, because we do have growth here. So it feels like this person has done enough growth in order to be allowed to come back towards you and take this risk, take this gamble towards you. But we'll see what else comes out. So So we have spiritual awakening here. And we have adrenaline rush underneath partying. So it feels like this was someone who, you know, enjoyed the life of the party or enjoyed not having a stable lifestyle. Like it feels like this is someone who was very up and down in their energy. You could resonate with them being very inconsistent with you. It could have felt like you were on a roller coaster ride with this person. Again, that partying lifestyle, that energy where they could have been caught up in other things rather than focusing on this connection. It could have felt like a roller coaster to you. And we have changing it up. So it feels like this person, you know, wants to change up this partying lifestyle. It's weird. I watch like, clearly I'm ashamed of it, but I watch like reality shows so that I can study human behavior. And it's actually been really interesting when it comes to like learning tarot and learning about healing and attachment styles and how people self-sabotage. I really enjoy like watching things like Love is Blind. Anyway, I was just seeing someone on Love Island, a masculine who, you know, I think he was 28 and he came onto the show saying, you know, I've partied. You know, all through my early 20s, I was partying, you know, living the high life, and I'm ready to change it up. You know, we have this changing it up. And he was saying, I'm ready to change it up. I'm ready to settle down. I'm ready to find my forever person and finally grow up, you know? And I was just seeing that as I was looking at that adrenaline rush card. So it could be that your person is, again, as they ascend, as they change and grow, as they start to awaken, it feels like they want to change up this toxicity or this toxic patterns, negative mindsets, addictions, living an inconsistent life, partying all the time. You know, it looks like they want to change things up here. All right, let's keep going. Protection from harm. I don't know if that actually wanted to come out. You definitely wanted to come out. The way that hit that card and knocked it out. The other one, my guides were like, no. The card that I saw that almost came out was like, it was about being a secret. So for some of you, this person could have been, you know, worried about other people's opinions. Maybe this was a secret connection. Take it as it resonates. I don't know what this card is. We have financial ties. Interesting. So this person could be going through some karmic lessons when it comes to work. It could have been that this person was going through financial difficulties, and if they, you know, looked up to you in any sort of way and they were going through financial difficulties, it could have been that this person was feeling like lack of self-confidence. They could have been feeling intimidated by your energy. It could have been that this person was going through a lot financially, that, you know, possibly contributed to this connection in some way. We also have figuring it out, support, getting it together. So your person growing, you know. And again, I feel like you've been protected from this person until they grow and evolve. Until that seed was planted and started growing, you know. Forget the financial ties. This says figuring it out, support, getting it together. Cactuses could be symbolic in some weird way. I don't know why, but I felt like I wanted to talk about that cactus for a minute. So like maybe in the past they were the cactus and you were being protected by them because they would poke you or hurt you. Here we have a nice little seedling, you know, if that makes any kind of sense. And we have ghosted, so it does feel It does feel, yeah, we have down low on the down low. So on the down low, this person's secret could have been that they felt really intimidated by your growth, by your stability. Or you could find out when this person communicates that when you were separated, they, you know, lost their job or they experienced debt or, you know, something financial happened to them. And we have ghosted. So again, ghosted coming out with Archangel Michael, protection from harm. So if this person ghosted you, it was for your highest good. If you felt called to ghost them, it was for your highest good. So let's see sad. Well, that's a little bit excessive. We have mental prison, continuous thoughts. So this is, you know, this person replaying events, this person feeling, your person could have some sort of disorder. For some reason, for me, whenever this card comes out, obsessive compulsive disorder always comes to mind first. But your person could have some sort of like maybe ADHD, take it as it resonates. But this person is feeling sad, stuck in a mental prison, continuous thoughts, confined. So there has been something stopping them. We have legal. So for some of you, it could be that this person was going through some sort of legal matter or karmic lesson, you know? And maybe this connection was blocked until this person went through this karmic lesson. For some of you, it could, you know, I mentioned it in a reading like last week, but sometimes with court cases, private investigators are hired. So if someone's going through a court case, they have to be very careful about how they appear to the public. Take it as it resonates. And we have awareness underneath, keeping notes. Coming to light, finding out. So it feels like you're going to find out, you know, you're going to find out that this person hasn't stopped thinking about you. You're going to find out that there's been things going on in their life that, you know, maybe they won't say this stopped me from reaching out. But I feel like you're going to have proof and validation that, oh, I can see why the universe didn't let you near me because you were going through it. You know, you were going through your lessons. Anyway, very interesting. So let's get tarot, and I felt called to get you the Light Seers tarot today. So let's grab it. We have the Chariot on the bottom, forward momentum. I like it. And we have strength. So, you know, that maybe this person having the confidence to come towards you now. Whereas in the past, you know, pride and ego and fear could have stopped them. This could also be, you know, I'm getting heavy counterpart energy here because this can sometimes represent like divine feminine, divine masculine energy, and how in order for that chariot to move ahead, you both have to be in alignment. If you're pulling that way and they're pulling that way, the chariot doesn't go forward. And I mentioned that you could have been ascending at a faster rate. So you could have been like pulling ahead of this person, making the chariot. Did this person blame you for things? Like I keep feeling like I'm blaming you and I keep saying, I'm not blaming you. I don't know if this person blamed you for things, but like, I'm very aware of the fact that sometimes I sound like I'm blaming you. So I just want to backtrack for a minute. You could have been ascending at a faster rate and they could have been digging their heels in, causing that chariot to go off course, you know? And then we have strength, which can represent, you know, an unbreakable bond. It can represent unconditional love. So you could, you know, you could even wonder, like, why do I even want this person? Like, why do I even want them? And then we have the moon, divine feminine energy. And then we have the Six of Cups, soul connection. Anyway, you could have triggered childhood wounds within this person. And look at this. They could have gotten very defensive. Like you could have triggered unhealed wounds that needed healing, shadows. Because that's, you know, what the divine feminine does. You do it to each other. And you could have been met with ego, you know, with resistance. Anyway, let's get to it. We have Cancer, Leo, Pisces on the bottom, Temperance, Sagittarius. So let us shuffle. Baba Jolie could be symbolic because she just popped into my mind. I heard, if you watch Baba Jolie, I heard, let us begin. So we have Five of Cups in reverse, which is about healing past wounds. So it's possible this person has been healing past wounds. This could also be someone that, you know, you've been wanting or thinking about releasing. We have Ten of Pentacles. Some of these past wounds could be deeply ingrained from childhood. With that, I don't know, again, I don't know why I hear anything, but that Ten of Pentacles and the Five of Cups in reverse could, to me, represent healing family wounds, generational trauma, perhaps. We have the Queen of Swords. So for some of you, you know, your boundaries may be up. You may be protecting yourself from this person right now. Maybe you did have to, you know, keep them at arm's length or detach from them. This person could have had, now that we're talking about, I just heard for some of you, this person could have had like a very cold and detached mother in their life where they, you know, maybe that's where that avoidance comes from. Maybe that's where that fear of being, you know, maybe they had a mother who, now that I'm saying it, I'm seeing the Empress here. This person and the Page of Cups, like this person maybe had a very cold and detached mother where they never learned to deal with their emotions, so they just avoided them. They could have had, you know, a manipulative parent where those wounds were kind of, or those behaviors were ingrained into them, if that makes sense. And, you know, maybe they didn't know what to do with your energy because we have divine feminine here. You could have kind of triggered those wounds within them. Anyway, again, not your fault. Well then, tell me how you really feel. That Chariot just did a little somersault into the reading. And, you know, Chariot is forward movement. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. What's going on here? We have the Knight of Wands in reverse with the Chariot. So it feels like there's forward movement here. I was actually looking at that. The Chariot disrupted the Mirrored Souls and the Changing It Up card. And then the Knight of Wands in reverse came out. Yeah, this person definitely could have run from commitment. Like they could have felt your nurturing energy and ran in the other direction because maybe, you know, they grew up with a parent who was emotionally detached and they didn't know what to do with your energy. The Knight of Wands is interesting. It's on page 99. So your person could be going through some sort of completion of a lesson in their life and elevating. It talks about when the Knight of Wands comes out in reverse, you know, it does represent an unstable relationship. So you could have had an unstable relationship with this person. It does talk about someone who can be quite arrogant and run from commitment. So maybe, you know, this person did have a lot of pride and ego. Maybe you triggered that pride and ego. But what's really interesting is it indicates that someone has worked hard on themselves internally. They've worked hard on this running energy. They've worked hard on their arrogance. And that's what I said about this sad card. I like to see it because it means your person is no longer sitting in that pride and ego where they're pushing everything away, where they're pushing the emotions away. So Knight of Wands in reverse talks about this person has worked on themselves hard internally. Now is the time to apply the lessons they have learned to move ahead, the Chariot. Anyway, very interesting. So this person could have exactly what I said, gone through some sort of ascension. Remember the taking the risk card? It said growth. And I said, maybe this person has learned some lessons and now the universe is allowing them to come towards you. Interesting. So let's cut the deck and get on with it here. The cards are flying. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. Very interesting. And the King of Swords. Sorry. So you definitely have a strong connection with this person. Could be counterpart, could be soulmate. You know, I feel like this person sees you as their person, even if they ran from that fact, even if they didn't admit that to you. Very interesting. So it could be that this person does want to have an honest conversation with you. And you see this sword is down. Very interesting. King of Swords. So this person may want to communicate honestly, truth and accountability. With the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, it feels like there's going to be a very honest conversation. And it feels like this person is going to come to the conversation with their defenses down. And again, not blaming you. You have every right. You're coming to the conversation possibly with your defenses up. Until you hear what this person has to say. It's like you're not going to let them get to you emotionally or trigger you emotionally. I'm hearing keep your wits about you. So it does feel like both of you have been reflecting, hermiting, and it feels like you're about to have a very honest conversation. The Five of Swords in reverse is about making amends. It's about reconciliation. It's about wanting to reconcile. So it feels like you have a King of Swords here who's been heavily reflecting, learning lessons, and perhaps they were stopped from coming towards you until they did that inner work. You have, this King of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, wanting to come towards you with a desire to reconcile, to make amends. Very interesting. Bottom of the deck energy. Reconciliation, resolution, compromise, regret, remorse, getting back together, forgiveness after a breakup. And this person has been encouraged to be patient with themselves and focus on taking small, consistent steps in the direction they are hoping to go towards. And that's what I meant about how that whole, if they wanted to, they would, doesn't apply when we're talking about energy and healing and lessons and divine timing. That may work for the Muggle world, If they wanted to, they would. Okay, Muggle. Anyway. But this talks about taking small steps towards something they hope to achieve. Interesting. So it could start off small, like this person I don't know why I'm hearing this, but like this person could start off just by like watching your story on Instagram or liking a post or leaving you like a comment. Anyway, let's see what comes out. So what do you need to know about this connection? So this person has not let you go. This is definitely a soul connection. And again, you could have triggered this person's childhood wounds here. Six of Cups, someone, remember the very first card on the bottom of the deck, looking back at the past, Six of Cups. So Six of Cups is about reconnecting with an ex. I just kind of want to see. Yeah, it's like this person has been unable to move on from your energy. And again, I feel like it took this person a while to hit that point of feeling sad and missing you. But yeah, this is definitely someone who's been unable to move on. I feel like you were unable to move on as well. And for some of you, I said that can be frustrating when you're dealing with a soul connection. I'm actually talking about a counterpart connection where you feel like, why do I even want this? Why do I feel connected to this person? We have reconnecting with ex, reliving happy memories, healing, getting back together, reunion. Someone from the past will return and have a positive impact. So yeah, definitely. And this could have been a very confusing connection, you know. This person could be having a lot of not daydreams too, but they could be having a lot of dreams about you right now. Let's clarify that Six of Cups. We have the Two of Cups. So someone wanting to, you know, someone from your past wanting to engage in an open and honest, heartfelt conversation. And remember the King and Queen of Swords coming together for that honest conversation. It feels like you and this person are going to have a very important conversation. Interesting. Oh, are you kidding me? What the what? The Lovers? Come on. Divine connection. Anyway, so clearly this person has been unable to move on. And it does feel like this person is making a choice to have a conversation with you. Look at this energy here. The Six of Cups, the Lovers, and the Two of Cups. My goodness. And we have the Tower in reverse. That is some interesting energy. I know I say that all the time. That is so interesting. But that really is some interesting freaking energy. So it feels like this is a connection that was meant to shake both of your foundations. It was meant to, I almost said destroy both of you. I did not mean that. But seriously, it's a connection, a divine connection, a soul connection, whatever you believe in, that was meant to, I did say destroy, but it was meant to destroy the old version of yourselves. It was meant to destroy and remove anything that was no longer aligned with you, anything that no longer worked for you. Like you could have been someone who was like anxious attachment, and this connection could have cured you of that, you know, because of what you went through. You could be very aware, like, I don't want to anxiously attach anymore. I don't want to be codependent. Maybe there were things you learned about yourself through this connection. Maybe this person triggered childhood wounds within you that caused you to grow and transform. You know, I always say that's a good indication, whether it's a karmic or a counterpart. If you're not completely evolving and changing and transforming, then, and you're just repeating the same lessons and the same mistakes over and over and over again, not learning self-love, not learning to put up boundaries, not learning your worth, then that's a good indication that it's a karmic. But if you yourself can see how you've grown and changed and transformed, anyway, I feel like you and this person were meant to be a catalyst in each other's transformations, is what's coming through here. And, you know, it feels like this person has made some pretty big adjustments in their own growth and transformation with the Tower in reverse. And this could have been a very unstable connection at one point that had to come down. The old way of you is no longer working, you know, and the new you has to emerge. This butterfly has to emerge. And it feels like this is what this connection has done. It's transformed both of you. Maybe at separate speeds, at separate times, in different ways. And this also talks about making adjustments in love. So again, you could have learned some very valuable lessons from this person that you know you don't want to repeat in other connections or even within this connection ever again. Anyway, let's look at your person's energy. Actually, yes, no, I said your person first, so now I got to go with that. Let's look at your person's energy. Show me your person's energy. What is happening here? What the this is very interesting. We have the Hierophant. So your person is going through, you know, an ascension, a spiritual ascension. They're going through spiritual growth. This is someone who's realizing that, you know, they see commitment here. This could be someone actually like getting into spirituality or getting into religion. This could be someone getting advice from a mentor of some sort, perhaps a spiritual advisor, maybe a tarot reader. This is someone, you know, realizing that they see commitment with you, definitely. And that this is definitely someone who is clinging on to you. They have not let you go. This could be someone who's holding on to you because you have a soul contract. A soul contract. Why am I slurring? I feel like I'm slurring a little. Maybe your person is a drinker. I am not. Spiritual love. Focused on improving moral qualities. Wow, I have never read that about the Hierophant. So this person focused on improving moral qualities, perhaps from a wise teacher or a wise teacher or an official teacher. So this person could be getting advice from someone wise or from someone who is actually a professional. That's insane. I just heard insane in the membrane. In membrane? Is it membrane or membrane? I don't know. When I was young, I used to like think the words to things, lyrics to songs were very different than they were. I can remember, I'm really showing my age, but I can remember getting, you know, CDs and being really excited. I don't know why I'm telling you this. I would get really excited when they had the book, like the lyrics in the book. And I'd be super disappointed if they didn't have the lyrics, but there are so many songs now where I see the lyrics and I'm like, that's what they were saying? Anyway, I don't know why I told you that. Pointless information. Let's see. I want to get another one for their energy. There's also something about... That's interesting. I have to mention something. When I was saying I want to get their energy, and I said, now that I've said it, I have to get their energy. When I was shuffling and saying I want to get one more for their energy, my brain or my third eye, whatever, my intuition was saying your energy. So I'm going to take this as your energy. But one thing I was going to say was, there's something about this card wanting to communicate some sort of truth is what I'm hearing. Anyway, we do have the Queen of Swords. And again, when I was shuffling, I was hearing in my head, your energy. Like my guides were like, their energy, not your person, you. And we have the Queen of Swords here. So you could be someone who is, you know, we had that fake in reverse. So you could be learning how to be your authentic self, speaking from an authentic place. You could be, you know, someone who is knowing that you have to not so freely give away your emotions and your love. And, you know, you could be feeling kind of cold towards this person. We also have the moon on the bottom, divine feminine. So you could be heavily relying on your intuition right now. You could be feeling emotional. You could be doing shadow work. You could be wondering if you're delusional is what I'm hearing. So this is some crazy energy. Let's see how this person is feeling about you. Interesting. We have the 10 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So it does feel like this is someone who feels very drawn to you right now. For some of you, this could be someone leaving a karmic situation, you know, because we see this person packing up their bags and moving away from this Queen of Wands. So for some of you, it could be that this person was with a karmic. You would know about this and is moving away from them right now, or feeling like it's time to make their move. It could also be, if that's not resonating with you, like if you know your person doesn't have a third party, for how this person is feeling about you with the Queen of Wands. I'm not surprised that we have multiple queens coming out, because we had, you know, divine feminine energy. But this is someone who's feeling like you're focused on yourself, you know, that this is someone who feels, you know, that maybe you've put down the burden of this connection and you're no longer looking back at them. You know, you're focused on yourself. You could be someone they could be watching you online do something creative, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be for business. It can just be you being creative, posting things. This person, you know, feeling like you're in black cat energy, so they don't really know what's going on with you. You're looking very confident, going through a glow up. And that could be why this person is intimidated coming towards you. You know, this person could be feeling like you're done with them, like you've packed up your stuff, you're gone, and you're focused on you. And again, back to that limited thinking and programming, if they wanted to, they would. Well, not if they think that you're this Queen of Wands and that you're doing great without them. No, they won't. Again, not your fault. And it does feel like this person is coming to... What's that energy? It's like the energy of nearing completion. The Ten of Wands, a sign of progress, nearing the end of a difficult period. Interesting. So it does feel like this person feels like you may be protecting yourself from them. Like maybe you do have them blocked. This person is feeling like you're, you know, closed off to them, or like you're doing great without them. You're very centered without them. You know, this person could have caused you a lot of grief is what I'm hearing. Let's get another one for how they're feeling about you. Yep, left out in the cold, fear of rejection, which is what I was talking about. This person, you know, feeling very left out in the cold, watching you, you're in this warm, glowing energy, and they're out in the cold. And it does show fear of rejection here with the Five of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Swords, so this is definitely someone watching you, someone learning about you, but fearing, you know, that conversation, fearing that communication, so they hold back. You and this person also could have had clashing perspectives in some way. Let's see their intentions. Interesting. We have the Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups. So it feels like this person wants to break down these blockages. I spent so much time talking about energetic blockages, you know, so I find it fascinating that this card came out. It feels like this person wants to break through those blockages so that they can have this emotional fulfillment with you. There's also an energy of wanting to work together or change the way this person wants to change the way they show up emotionally is what I'm hearing, because I feel like this is someone in the past who, you know, didn't show up emotionally. Very interesting. So there's many, you know, there's many meanings to these cards, but I was actually hearing the more positive aspects of the Five of Wands, which is something about working together. You can see these people are working together here. And this talks about staying attentive to changing dynamics, so to avoid obstacles. The Five of Wands serves as a reminder that attention to detail can avert misunderstandings. Stay resilient and patient. You possess the capability to overcome these obstacles diplomatically. And then we have, you know, this very, what feels like a diplomatic conversation that this person wants to have with you. So this person does want to come towards you with emotions to avert misunderstandings. I'm going to get one more. Show me this person's intentions. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands. So this person does want to, and the Ace of Wands. They want to, their intentions are to come towards you. Their intentions are to break through these obstacles. There's a lot of fire here, so you could be dealing with a fire sign. This is, you know, forward movement and progress and growth. The Three of Wands. It's planning. This person wanting to plan how to come towards you. Remember, I was saying, I was hearing when, where, when can I see you, where, when, what, whatever else I was hearing. Three of Wands, momentum, confidence, expansion, growth, foresight, looking ahead. Next stage in relationship, romantic momentum, creating a lasting foundation. And, you know, the Ace of Wands can also be flirtation and passion, trying to reignite something. So let's see what action this person is going to take towards you. We have the King of Swords. Oh, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Pentacles. Very interesting. So this person's actions are to, you know, they're coming in with their defenses down. They want to communicate something with you. We also have this owl. This owl coming to light, finding out, someone bringing awareness to this situation. The bat in the background symbolizes death and rebirth. The dragonfly represents change. And, you know, this person listening to their higher self, trusting their intuition. Very interesting. So this person does want to communicate about what they've been reflecting on and bring clarity to the situation. What's really interesting is it feels like this person is going to tell you about what they experienced as a child that caused them to show up in this connection the way they showed up. Because the Nine of Swords in reverse is about alleviating stress by sharing. So this person is no longer able to keep this in. They want this weight off their shoulders is what I'm hearing. So the Nine of Swords in reverse can be a very honest conversation. This person, you know, may want to communicate things that happened in like when they were being raised, maybe some generational trauma I'm hearing. Very interesting. Maybe this person, you know, wants to talk to you about anxiety they had surrounding commitment, surrounding family. Ten of Pentacles is about creating a lasting foundation, a strong relationship. For some of you, it could involve like blending of families, like bringing your families together. This person may be worried. I'm seeing the card, your family won't like me. So this person could be worried that your family won't like them or accept them after the way they treated you. I want to see near future energy between the two of you. Near future energy, connecting energy, near future energy. We have the Ace of Wands. So inspired action, you know, passion, flirtation, interesting. And we have the Ten of Cups. So near future energy, it does look like this person is reaching out, that you're going to have that validation in the 3D. Inspiration, creative spark, new initiative, enthusiasm, energy, excitement and passion in love, flirtation, attraction. The Ace of Wands indicates that you should just go for it. So this person taking a chance towards you. And this is near future energy. So tomorrow onwards is what I'm hearing. Near future energy, 10 of Cups, commitment, taking next steps in a relationship, long-term stability, building a lasting relationship. So that's beautiful. So what advice do you need about this person? What advice? We have the Three of Pentacles. So for some of you, they're getting advice. You know, they could be getting advice from someone, good advice, I'm hearing. Maybe in the past they had gotten bad advice about this connection. But your advice, this person wants to get on the same page. Three of Pentacles is about a mutually beneficial connection. Three of Pentacles is about cooperation, getting on the same page, working together. Like I said, your person could be getting advice from someone. Remember the Hierophant. So for some of you, it could be a trusted, someone they look up to that they trust, or it could be a professional. With the Three of Pentacles, your reconnection could also involve a third person. And I know that sounds weird. What I mean by that is it could be that this person I don't like that word, but this person could rely on another person to help you reconnect. So like maybe they ask a friend to invite you to a social gathering that they know they'll be at. Maybe there's like a third person involved in that sense. Take it as it resonates. Teamwork, collaboration, pooling energy, feeling like a team. Oh, if you've been implementing your goals, you will likely achieve success. Your hard work will soon pay off, and you can expect a reward. Remember I said validation in the 3D. That's the Three of Pentacles. I don't even know what else to ask. Let's look at outcome. What is the outcome here? We have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. Look at all these queens. Beautiful. So the Queen of Cups for outcome between the two of you, it shows, you know, this, because of this connection, I'm hearing you could become a healer for some of you. You could become, like maybe you've become highly intuitive because of this connection. So before I even get to love, I just want to say for some of you, outcome energy, it shows you kind of mastering giving love, but also giving to yourself. It shows you mastering self-love. It shows me that whatever your intuition is telling you is the outcome here is the outcome. And I feel like you need to give your intuition more credit, because maybe you're fearing that what you thought was going to happen, what you've been wishing for, what you've been manifesting is never going to happen. Trust your intuition. What your intuition knows things that you don't, you know? If you feel like something is yours, like a dream like this, there's a reason. It's because your higher self knows that in some timeline it is yours. If that makes any sense at all, blink twice. Blink, blink. I should get a sound effect of blinking. Caring and supportive. Nature brings suitors. Oh, deepening existing relationships. Trust your intuition and your heart. All of the answers to your questions lie within. Queen of Cups communicates the need to stand strong in your own truth and light. And remember, I said, whatever you think is going to happen here is what will happen. So trust that intuition. All right, let's get a few channeled messages and then I'll stop. We have, I still don't have all the answers. So that could be what was keeping them stuck, you know? For some of you, maybe this person comes in before they have all the answers. Because we had that growth. It's like this person has been through some amount of growth to the point where the universe is like, okay, if you go in, you know, you might not hurt this person. So we'll let you go in because you have grown a little. But maybe this person still has some growing to do. What's going on here? I left because you told me to. Interesting. I'm ready. So some of you, like, you could have said to this person, you could have stood in your power and said, if you're not going to treat me with love and respect, then get away from me. And they could have been like, okay, bye. Because they weren't ready. It had nothing to do with you. They weren't ready to treat you with love and respect is what I'm hearing with that Queen of Swords. For some reason, the movie Cat Ballou just came to mind, and the fact that in that movie, she tells her love interest a million times. I don't even think, maybe not a million. Maybe I am exaggerating. But she tells him at least 20 times in that movie, get out, go away, leave me alone. And then as soon as he turns to leave, she's like, where are you going? Don't go. We have I Could Be Your Hero, Baby, so that song could be symbolic. We have I Want You to Choose. So for some of you, maybe there was a choice that needed to be made in some capacity. You know, you could have, that is insane. You could have said to this person, like, either you choose me over, it could have been another person, it could have been a marriage, it could have been a job, it could have been a third party situation, like, where this person, like, maybe you said, if you don't choose partying, if you don't choose me over your need to party and go drinking with your friends, then I want you to leave. And like, maybe they were like, okay, and, you know, kept running. What's really interesting is your outcome. Very heavy energy about what you think is going to happen is what's going to happen here. What your intuition is telling you, not what your fear and your ego and your lizard brain is telling you, but what your heart and soul and intuition and what you really believe in is telling you. That little voice that has that wish, you know. On the bottom, we have you are right and I am coming, trust. So if your intuition is telling you that this person is coming, you need to trust in that. And fuck what everybody else says. All right, so let's see what you need to hear from your person. What do they want to say to you? What does this person want to say? I just saw a black card, which is devil energy. So yeah, your person could have had a lot of shadows, and that I'm too afraid to talk. That is interesting. That I'm too afraid to talk. Remember I said I envisioned your person going to pick up their phone and flipping it over and something stopping them. I'm too afraid to talk. We have let me have you. That's interesting. 7-7 could be symbolic. We have I just want space. So this person could have been someone who was an avoidant, who, you know, they could have told you that they wanted space. They maybe didn't even tell you that they wanted space. Maybe they just took space. Yep, there's that devil energy, Capricorn energy. June 7th or like 1977, July 7th could be symbolic. Take it as it resonates. This person, you know, could have very, with that Queen of Wands, they could have a lot of sexual desires towards you. We have what do you want? So this person, you know, look at that. Yeah, nah. That's that energy that I was feeling where they pick up their phone and they're like, nah. Seriously, something stops them, possibly because they had a lot of healing to do, a lot of shadow work to do. And this, what do you want? This person is curious about what you want here. If you'd even give them a chance, because remember I said some of the energy that was coming through is that this person thinks you're done with them. And then the last card, I want to start a family with you, which is interesting because their actions were 10 of Pentacles, and we also had the 10 of Cups as near future energy. So for some of you, this person could be, you know, telling you when you talk to them that they do see a future having a family, blending families, blending fur babies, you know, not like in a weird way, but, you know, joining families is what I mean. Fur babies. We'll just get a few more. Yep. We have, I never imagined so much perfection. So they see you as like, they have you up on a pedestal, like 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. And then look at this. Sometimes I wonder if you even care. So I shouldn't have said it like that. But this person, you know, they don't know if you still actually care. And, you know, that fear could potentially stop them from coming in. It also shows kind of a lack of confidence on their part. Have I lost everything? And we have no in reverse. Interesting. So this person, I think it's interesting that these came out together. Have I lost everything? No. Like, I feel like if this person would show up right, if they healed, if they respected you, that, you know, you would give them another chance. The fact that you're still watching this reading after, let me see how long this reading is. Oh, did I pause this reading? I think I did pause it. Anyway, I just looked at the timer at 5443 and then it turned to 5445. So those numbers could be symbolic. It also gives me like countdown energy, 5443. But I don't think they've lost everything here with you. And I think their intuition is trying to tell them that, you know, they haven't lost everything, that this isn't over, that hope isn't lost, that there's, you know, still hope here. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here, my friends. I'm sending you guys lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.